Alright, just for kicks, I guess I'll do an extended video on rookies last season. So here we go. Start off with quarterbacks. Um, Four of them, to my recollection, got chances to start a considerable amount of time. Vince Young, Matt Leinart, Jay Cutler, and Bruce Gradkowski. Young came in for the Titans pretty early in the season, won quite a few games, got a lot of credit for it, and won Rookie of the Year. I wasn't his biggest fan. Look at the numbers. They're just not that impressive. And I guess he came up big for them when they needed him and made some big plays with his legs and would come up with basically big plays when his team needed him. I'm not sure what I think about him as a whole player yet, so keep an eye on him since he obviously has a ton of talent and could be a great quarterback in this league, but who knows? Um, Obviously, Matt Leinart came in midway through the season, got off to a hot start, threw like two touchdowns and four touchdowns to one pick in his first two starts, but they were both very close losses, and then he just kind of fell apart and didn't get it back together till the end of the season. Personally, I'm kind of sick of him whining about, dropping to 10th in the 2006 draft, but whatever. I think he could be a good quarterback in Arizona, especially with those weapons. Jay Cutler, I'm a big fan of Cutler. I didn't like him at first, but then he went to Denver, and I thought that in that offensive system he could really shine. And last year, after he got the kinks out after a rough start and stuff, I really liked what I saw. Strong arm, good mobility, good accuracy. I think he's going to flourish. The other rookie that got time was because of a freak injury to Chris Sims in Tampa Bay. Bruce Gradkowski came on, did well at first, but then he fell off, and it just got worse and worse and worse. He looked a lot like a sixth-round rookie, after all, and got replaced by Tim Rattay. So I don't think he's ever going to be much of anything. I think that whole thing kind of died down. Rookie running backs. It was a big year for rookie running backs. Obviously, Reggie Bush came in for New Orleans, meant a lot to that city, and helped contribute in a bunch of and helped contribute to the revival of the Saints franchise. Caught a lot of balls. Needs to work on running the ball a little better, but he's an exciting player that has all the potential in the world to get better. And once we see, I'm sorry, once we see Deuce McAllister get out of there, I think we could, we're going to see him turn into a full-on running back instead of a running back wide receiver hybrid type of player. Plus, he can return the ball, so that's good. Lawrence Maroney in New England tandemed up with Dillon, played very well. Very impressed with how he did. He reminds me of Steven Jackson. Not quite as good as Steven Jackson, but same style. I think he could be a force in the New England offense for quite some time, but they do need to get another guy to help him out carrying the load. Not Kevin Falk or whatever, but a real running back who could serve the same role that Dillon did. Uh, I guess D'Angelo Williams got a little bit of time. Didn't do much, but showed some potential, so I expect a big year out of him this year. I think Foster's going to go down early. Joseph Adai for the Indianapolis Colts. Big contributor, 1,000-yard rusher, split time with Dominic Rhodes. Has established himself as the new running balancing act in the greatest show on turf in Indianapolis. I think he's going to be a complete stud and superstar in this league, so he's going to be something else, I think, in this league. Joseph Adai, my favorite running back rookie out of this class. Lindell White got fat or something. Maurice Jones-Drew might be in my opinion, might have been the best rookie last year. I do think he was a little overrated because of the fact that he was able to play behind Fred Taylor. I think he definitely got lucky in that sense that he got to split time with a great running back like Fred Taylor, but you cannot ignore all those touchdowns. He caught the ball, he ran with the ball, he returned the ball. Can't ignore all those yards and that high yard per carry average, 5.7. He really beasted on some defenses last year. Probably my favorite rookie. Jarius Norwood, Didn't get very many carries, neither did Leon Washington. But when they got the ball in their hands, they were fast, quick little guys that could break out big plays. So those are some pretty cool players. Past that, there weren't really any other impact rookie running backs, but it was a great class for running backs. That's just the truth. Wide receivers, of course, the big wide receiver last year had to be Marquis Colston, very late draft pick, 7th round, nearly the last pick in the draft. Went to the New Orleans Saints, was a 1,000-yard receiver for them. Another one of those guys that could have won Rookie of the Year. He would be basically the other guy I would have considered for Rookie of the Year. Got hurt, played through it, and still managed to dominate. Still managed to dominate quite a few defensive backs. I think he's got a great future in this league. Big player. Makes you wonder how players passed over him. I think Santonio Holmes, the first wide receiver taken, was overlooked in Pittsburgh. Don't know why, but he broke off some big plays last year. He was a monster at times. I guess he had a bit of a few problems with his hands, but he's a good deep threat, and he's going to be something special in this league, if you ask me. I like Holmes. I liked what I saw out of Greg Jennings in Green Bay. He's going to be a solid number 2 for them, alongside Donald Driver for hopefully quite a while. I liked what I saw out of him. Outside of that, you didn't really see anything out of any rookie wide receivers, but let me say this, Brandon Marshall's a hell of a sleeper for fantasy football and, real football next year. Guy reminds me of Terrell Owens. I think I've said this before, but I think he's going to evolve into a great number 3 or number 2 threat for Denver. So keep an eye on that. I think he could be the second best wide receiver in that class. Rookie tight ends. Vernon Davis obviously was a big story for his athleticism. He runs like a receiver, looks like a tight end, but got hurt. So we'll see how that goes over. But he's obviously got all the talent to be one of the greatest tight ends ever. You didn't see anything out of some of the top tight ends taken. Mercedes Lewis got hurt. Kloffenstein was competing for time with other tight ends. Anthony Fasano was behind Witten. But 2 guys I liked that were drafted to pair up with their rookie quarterbacks were Tony Scheffler in Denver, Leonard Pope in Arizona. Both these guys seem to develop great rapports with, respectively, Jay Cutler and Matt Leinart. As such, I expect them to be dominating forces on the field for quite a while. And of course, I gotta mention Owen Daniels, 4th round pick by the Houston Texans, came on a team that really didn't have very many good tight ends, and really no depth at the spot. Caught 5 touchdowns, I think, had a productive year. So, that's always good. Bit of a sleeper. Centers. Nick Mangold. Oh boy, I don't think I could give Rookie of the Year to a center, but he did a great job blocking in the run game and the passing game for the Jets on an offensive line that could be a little porous at times. So, great job by Nick Mangold. He's going to be a star in this league. I think Greg Esslinger for Denver. He was a 6th round pick. Big steal. Can't wait to see him hit the field. Jason Spitz for the Packers. I liked him. But, there's not a lot you can say about centers. So, moving right on. Guards, David Joseph for the Buccaneers. Kind of underrated last year because the Bucs were so bad. I think he could be a good player in this league. Tautsi Deuce Luti from USC. How the hell do you pronounce that name? Went to Arizona in the 2nd round. I think he's a little small, but we'll see what he turns into. And I've supported this guy for quite a while now, but you got Rob Sims up here in Seattle in Seahawk Blue, and, this guy was a steal. He's did a great job at right guard last year. I think he's going to be a quality player for many years to come. Ryan O'Callahan in New England. I think he stepped in and started a couple games, played a bit, did quite well. Subscribing to the whole New England state of mind as far as rookies go. He did a great job, so him.